The end of the backdoor Roth. Sniffy Joe, man, he's got plans, big plans. So we're gonna look again. This is page 92. So this is from Sniffy Joe's proposal. If we can get it up there. Get this thing up there. There we go. His general explanations of the administration's fiscal year 2025 revenue proposals. And I said in the last video I did, we talked about the end of crypto. Raise corporate tax, increase the tax, increase excise tax, tax corporate distributions as dividends, limit tax avoidance, limit losses, prevent basis shifting. So nothing that's favorable in terms of what Sniffy Joe wants to do. He wants to get more and more money. So we're going to go to page 92. That's 100. Did I go too far? All right, right here. 92. That's 95, 93, 92. All right, so right here. Sniffy Joe. Limit rollovers and conversions to designated Roth retirement accounts or to Roth IRAs. So we're talking conversions here as well. The provision would prohibit a rollover to a Roth IRA of an amount distributed from an account in an employer-sponsored retirement plan that is not a designated Roth account, or of an amount distributed from an IRA other than a Roth IRA for a high-income taxpayer. High-income taxpayer. So what is high-income taxpayer? Let's check it out here. We got definition. Look, I can give Sniffy Joe credit for at least defining what this is. Right here. A taxpayer is considered high income if the taxable year of the taxpayer's modified adjusted gross income is over 450,000 schmackaroonies for married, or 425,000 if he's head of household, or 400,000 for single. So basically 4 to 450 is a high-income taxpayer. Corporate execs, whatnot. Now check this out. This was important to see right here because I was like, oh boy, because we know net investment income tax is not adjusted for inflation, and Social Security taxation on Social Security is not adjusted for inflation. All right, if you look at provisional income to determine how much of your Social Security is subject to taxation, I've done a million videos on that. I'm not going to talk about that here. Those are remember AMT, alternative minimum tax, used to be not subject to inflation either. So that was bad. More and more people getting until Trump came along. Trump 2024 until Trump came along and said we got to modify this for inflation. Absolutely. Remember the tax brackets used to not even be, so you'd have inflation creep, where you tax bracket creep, where inflation puts you in a higher and higher tax bracket because the tax brackets weren't even adjusted for inflation back in the 70s. It's crazy. But Sniffy Joe, to his credit, right here, the dollar thresholds for the definition of a high-income taxpayer are adjusted for inflation. For this purpose, modified adjusted gross income means adjusted gross income determined without regard to sections 911, 931, and 933. I don't know what those sections are. I guess they're in here someplace. All right, so anyway, they are, and then without regard to any increase in RMDs under the proposal. So they are adjusted for inflation. I'm surprised he did that, so that's a good thing. So let's keep going down here. Go back to 92. All right, high-income taxpayers we find in the same manner as we just talked about, 400 for single, 450 for married, filing jointly. This provision will be effective beginning next year. The proposal would also prohibit the rollover distribution from a tax-favored retirement account into a Roth unless the distribution was from a designated account with a Roth account within an employer-sponsored plan. So basically what they're just saying is if it's not already set up as a Roth, you can't put money into a Roth either through a conversion, all right, or a rollover, or so we got right here, a distributed from an account, so a conversion or a rollover. You couldn't do it unless it's already in a Roth. Does that make sense? Let's see, unless the distribution was already from a designated Roth account within an employer-sponsored retirement plan or for another Roth IRA. If any part of the distribution includes a distribution of after-tax contributions. Similarly, the proposal would prohibit a rollover distribution from a tax-favored retirement arrangement into a designated Roth if any part of the distribution includes a distribution of after-tax contributions unless it was from a Roth IRA. So no conversions and no after-tax backdoor Roth if your income's above 400, essentially. That's just fact, dude. Them's the rules that Biden's pushing. Will get passed? Probably not. Look, I think just get rid of all this stuff. Don't have any Roth, don't have any pre-tax stuff. Just say no. There's no more tax deductions for money going in. None whatsoever. I think that's the way to go. I just think it make it simple. If you go back to the Dick Armey rule, say we got to have two tax brackets, 25 and 10. Count up your income, pay 25% if you're above this threshold, pay 10% if you're above that threshold, done and done. And that's it. No deductions, no charitable contributions, no freaking itemization for homeowners interest deduction, none of that stuff. Dude, you know how the growth of the economy would be without the insanity of spending all this tax stuff? Oh my goodness, it would be insane. It'll never happen because Congress loves the ability to to tell you what to do through lobbying, and then it'll never happen. But man, just think about it. Say no more deductions, no nothing, no itemizations, no nothing. You make your income, you pay us 25% if you're above a certain threshold, pay 10% if you're above a certain threshold or below a certain threshold, with a massive standard deduction. All right, love to your thoughts. God bless.